Good morning, Bucknutters. Welcome to the Bucknuts Morning 5 here on Wednesday, April 9th, 2025. I am Dave Biddle. I am joined by the Buckeye Preacher, Mr. G. Scott Sr. My friend, good to see you as always. Thank you for joining me.
DB, happy birthday, bro. Come on now, happy birthday. Look, the fact that you are having me on this show on your birthday, brother, that means a lot. Happy birthday.
It means a lot that you gave me this birthday present.
Come
And
on.
for those that don't know, G and I are 2 days apart. We're 2 days apart. We were born in the same year. We don't need to say the year. We were born 2 days apart, and he's younger than me. His birthday is April 11th. So,
Right.
Young man, good to see you.
You too, brother.
I'm your elder. Which is hilarious. You look way younger than me. I'm trying to keep up with you. But first thing, man, I want to ask you about, like, I've titled the show this, like, G. Scott Sr. and Ohio State's national championship culture, because, you can win a national championship many ways. Ohio State, I can't get over, like, the 5-star players they have, obviously. 5-star young men. Your son is a great example of that. Jeremiah Smith, we were talking with him yesterday. You would think if anybody, it would go to his head. It hasn't gone to his head. He's another great example. Just this culture that Ryan Day has created, because as you know, G, a lot of people are like, oh, it's too like country club, this and that. No, they win the national championship. He's created a great culture there. I'm just curious your thoughts on that.
Ryan Day. Two words. That's why the culture is what it is. DB, and first of all, shout out to all the Bucknutters that hang out and watch the show. I want to tell you guys a little something. But let's talk about facts. If this 2024 Buckeye team does not win a national championship, they're never remembered. That team is never remembered. They didn't beat the team up north. They didn't win a natty. And as you know, and all Bucknutters, as you all know that the standard with the Ohio State Buckeyes is to win. That is the pressure cooker that has been established in Buckeye Nation. And the reason why I am so, selfishly speaking, I'm happy as a dad that my son is a national champion. No doubt. Let me just say that right off, right? But the biggest reason, one of the biggest reasons as to why I'm excited that they won a national championship is so that all fans in Buckeye Nation really come to learn and understand who Ryan Day is as a person. You see what I'm saying? Now you all get to enjoy him. Now you get to, and I'm assuming when you see and you hear Ryan Day, you hear him speak, you hear him talk now, it's a difference now. There's a calm now, right? When you and all the Buckeye media and you guys go over to the Woody now, the energy is like, But as a fan base, I'm just telling you, because if they don't win the natty, I'm not quite sure that fans and people would have really gotten to really understand Ryan Day. And I'm saying that because even if they don't win a natty, there's a lot of us that do know who have had sons there in his program that have been there since 2020, 2021, right? They understand what that man is about. And so if they don't win the natty, I'm still going away as a proud father because I'm so grateful and super grateful for what he has done for my son and other people's sons. But now, you Bucknutters and you fans, you get to enjoy it and you get to see about it too. Enjoy.
I love asking the guys about this. Obviously, we get to ask like the returning guys more about this. I was asking Jeremiah about this yesterday, Caleb Downs. It's gotta be so cool for like a guy like G. Scott Jr. to walk in the indoor facility at the WAC and see 2024 national champions. I know his dad likes that banner a lot, and all the other signage around there. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, seriously, as you and I both know, legends for life. G. Scott Jr. and all of his teammates, legends for life.
In the movie Sandlot, the security guard said, "Forever,
forever." That's exactly right.
You know what I mean? And DB, the thing is that you and I, we've been doing this. You guys, shout out to you guys, gave me the name, the Buckeye Preacher. I'm super grateful, right? But since we've been talking since 2020, bro, right? And when we were talking, some people, now watch this. Some people would think that I was crazy. Some people would think that I would say things that were like, oh man, this dude is way too positive and he says these things. I'll challenge all of you that's listening. If you don't have people in your life that talk behind your back and say things like, hey man, he says he or she says she's gonna do this. Yeah, right. We'll see. Then your goals aren't big enough. You need to make bigger goals where people think you're kind of nuts. You need to make bigger goals where people have these expectations. They think that you're going to do this, but you do that. And see, that's what I love about it all, man. And that's why if you guys think that I'm nuts, I love it. Good, I am. I'm nuts and grateful for it all. You want to know who else is nuts? Bucknutters. Speaking of Bucknutters, right? Speaking of Bucknutters, right? You talk about the championship culture, right? Brian Day, I told you that he was special. And I told you what they have done. Special. But let's not forget Buckeye Nation, the pressure cooker, the high expectations, right? When you was going to school, DB, I don't know about you. Could you bring in C's at home? I couldn't. I couldn't bring home C's.
I wouldn't get cable TV if I brought home C's. Yeah, I had to get A's and B's.
You see what I'm saying? Like some households you can bring in C's. Some households you had to bring in A's and B's. It's a standard. That's Buckeye Nation, baby. They're not playing them C's. Matter of fact, Buckeye Nation ain't playing A's and B's. They want straight A's, my boy. Straight A's. Natties.
Exactly. I think I titled the show last time you were on, like, there's no B pluses in Buckeye Nation. Like, even B plus is not good enough in Buckeye, and that is salient as usual from the Buckeye Preacher. You're right. I mean, we're even A minus is not good enough.
Nope.
Buckeye Nation, as you know. And I know I've already asked you about this, but like there was a lot of guys who I respect, and I know their heart was in the right place. Former players who I love who were saying, few years ago, oh, too much of a country club atmosphere over there. It was tougher when I was there. This is why they're never going to get over the hump and win the national championship. Listen, I don't think they were being like jerks or anything. I think they actually believed that. Like they had to go through some stuff. They thought it was more of a country club atmosphere. But now Ryan Day has proven you can have that tough love. It's not a country club atmosphere. Jeez, go over and do a workout with Mickey Mirati and tell me it's easy. I would die. But like it's interesting, man. It went from like, oh, it's a country club atmosphere to national champions.
If they don't win, and that's the thing, though, right? It's kind of what I just said about 4 to 5 minutes ago. If they don't win a national championship, let's be real. That's the narrative. Country club, they're too spiritual, they're too soft. We like our players a certain way. You know, back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember this. We're the same age, DB. So I want to ask the people that
you're younger than me, actually. We're not the same age.
I want to ask.
You're 2 days younger than me.
2 days younger. I want to ask the people that's listening right now. Check this out. Do you remember back in the day, back in the 80s? You remember going to practice and sometimes they wouldn't give you water? You remember that? You remember that, right?
Yes, that was like you're soft. I need a water break. Right.
So am I to say that because back in the day there were practices that we didn't have water, which is the dumbest thing in the world? Right. Does that mean that today's players that get water all the time, that they're softer than we were? You know what I mean? Like, so this whole argument, and by the way, like you said, go to the Woody and go try a workout. Anybody, like them boys work hard. You know what's interesting over the last 4-some years, man? I never even hardly got to see G Jr. We're not even talking about the fact that these dudes don't get off. Look at how fast those guys were back at the Woody working winter workouts after the Natty.
I want to talk about G Junior now. So I'm watching yesterday. I'm watching this Will Howard, quarterback camp with Gruden. I'm like,
Yeah.
geez, like, he's throwing to a guy. That guy looks like G Scott Jr. That was G Scott Jr. Like that was. Listen, I love the Gruden quarterback camp stuff or quarterback class, whatever it's called. That might not. I'm a little biased. That might have been the best of all time with Will Howard, and I love that G Junior, as I call him G2, was part of that. That was really, really, really cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Are people ready to give Will Howard his flowers?
I'm ready.
Huh?
I'll give him like all of them.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like Will Howard is that dude. When I first met him, I hit up Matt Hasselbeck. You guys remember former quarterback Matt Hasselbeck? I told him last year around, I think the first time that I ever met him was before, it was in the spring, right? I told Matt Hasselbeck, I said, his demeanor and his energy reminds me of you. I said, who knows what he's going to do on the field, his demeanor. And what do I mean by that is this dude, Will Howard, was able to transfer in and in one season gain the trust of his coaches and teammates. Do you know how hard that is with the Buckeyes? It is extremely hard. That dude is a really good quarterback and is going to have a really good pro career. I stand on that.
I'm with you, man. I think he's going to be a second round pick, and I think whoever gets him in the second round will be thrilled. If he goes in the late first round, I won't be shocked. If he goes in the third round, I will be shocked, which is where most draft analysts have him going as the third round. He ain't lasting until the third round. I want to ask you about your son. I thought he did a great job at Pro Day.
Yeah.
His film is great. That was the first thing that they showed on the Gruden quarterback class was like that first play in the Rose Bowl. Bam.
Yeah.
Hitting G. Scott Jr. for that 27-yard gain. He had a really, really, really good year, and he put on a show at Pro Day. What are you thinking? Like, what are you hoping for? Like, what are you thinking about G. Scott Jr. as far as the NFL?
House money is being played with. When I go to the casino, me and the wife go and just say I'm at the blackjack table, and all of a sudden I'm up 15 grand, right? Let's just say 15 grand.
Yeah.
So I give mama 13 grand, take that upstairs, put that in the safe, and I'm playing with 2 grand, DB. I'm playing with 2 grand. G. Scott Jr. is playing with 2 grand right now, with you know what I'm saying, with the 13 grand upstairs in the hotel room. Whatever happens, happens. Whether he is drafted, whether he is not drafted, where he's a priority free agent, either way, his life, the trajectory that he has is incredible. Why? Because he was developed there, man. That Buckeye is serious, y'all. So it's for him. He'll come out tomorrow. He has a local workout with the Seattle Seahawks tomorrow, right? So he'll be out here, and we'll see what happens. I know I've been looking online, and a lot of people talking about the potential of a fullback, right? Like that coming in. So either way, man, I'm super proud of him. I'm grateful, for him as a son, but more importantly, he has his whole life ahead of him, man. I'm looking forward to it.
He's such a great young man. I mean, being like giving the prayer at the national championship celebration and just being a leader and being the young man that he has become. I mean, obviously national championship legend in here in Columbus for life, but like what a great young man. I mean, that's got to be what you're most proud of is what a great young man he is.
I am proud of it. And you know what? To see him in that moment give the opening prayer at the national championship celebration, right? I'm sure there's one person that sat there and probably just like kind of shook his head, and that's Ryan Day. The adversity that my son had gone through in 2021 and 2022, it was real, right? And that's why I'm forever grateful to him to be able to look at my son, take my son and grab onto him. And for those that are parents out there, you might have that same feeling for a coach or a teacher or a neighbor or somebody outside of your family that has really helped with the trajectory of your child. And DB, that's what it's about, man. And I just don't think that what happened with my son with that program happens without Coach Day. But real quick, I want to give a shout out to someone who I got to give love to. Coach Tony Alford. That's right. Coach Tony Alford was very, very much a positive force to my family. And I know he's not with the program anymore, but I got to give my man his flowers.
You're not going to say where he's at. Listen.
No.
I always personally like Tony too. So I'm with you. I hear you. Yeah. And he was kind of like the dad of the team.
Yeah, and by the way, every program needs someone like that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I know. Listen. I get the whole thing. Whatever. National. Are you still basking? Are you still basking in the glow?
I am still basking in the glow, and I want you to know, DB, I wasn't trying to mess up your show, but I'm a real one, bruh. Look, you know what I'm saying? I got to give my man some love. Sometimes, you know what I mean? You got to show some love. Now, let's get back to it. Am I basking in the glow? Hell yeah. It's a natty, baby. It's forever.
You're not messing up my show. This is awesome having you on. And like the people, I was going to promote it. Like the people are just going to be like, heck yeah. Like, cause I have so many like requests. Like, when you get the Buckeye Preacher back on, like just let the man bask in the glow a little bit. We'll have him back on.
You know what, DB? Like, the fact that they won, and so here's what's cool, man. Here's what's cool. The fact that they won, that means I'm still family with y'all. Not to say that you would have not loved me anymore, but it just would have made no more sense to have me come on the show anymore.
That's not true.
They won, baby. I'm here forever.
You just became more of a legend, is what you're saying. I still would have loved to have you on the show. We've got a lot of people that come on the show that never won a national championship, that are even former players. Gosh, all those former players I just said that about are gonna be like, oh, screw you. It's not about you guys. You guys were not the reason that they didn't win the national championship that year that you're thinking about. But no, I mean, like it's so cool because you're right. I mean, and even meeting the parents. Like I've known you for a while, but meeting like Will Howard's mom and just chilling with her for like pro day, like it's just so cool. Like, cause you guys, your kids, your sons are legends forever, and you guys are in your own right legends forever. Let me ask you this: quarterback battle. Everyone wants to know about the quarterback battle, and you probably can't say too much, but like, are you happy? Like, are you convinced whoever wins this battle between Julian and Lincoln? Or Tavian? No, I know it's probably not Tavian. We got to be patient with him. You pretty confident the Buckeyes are going to be in good hands this year? You have a little trepidation.
Has Ryan Day been wrong yet?
Kyle McCord.
What you?
Kyle McCord was wrong.
No.
He picked Kyle McCord over JJ McCarthy.
I'm not gonna let you do that because no. Kyle McCord is a good quarterback.
I'm not saying he's not.
And then JJ McCarthy, there's an asterisk next to JJ McCarthy and everything going on with that program. Let's stop it now.
True.
Let's keep it a buck. Kyle McCord, there is no asterisk next to his name. He did it right. You know what I mean? My man went to Syracuse. Did he break records at Syracuse? Right? This dude, Ryan Day, is a quarterback whisperer. And I know by the time this show is over, DB, I know you're thinking it to yourself. I know you're like, well, man, this G. Scott really has some love for Ryan Day.
Good.
Because y'all,
I do too.
Because I'm on here because let's be real. Not a lot of people appreciated that man until. And we knew, even without the natty, even without it, we knew win, lose, or draw. Sometimes you win even when you lose. That happens. That's life. By the way, Florida, I just saw Florida won a national championship. I just have a question for everyone that's listening. Florida won a national championship. They lost against their rival, Georgia, during the regular season. So does that mean that Florida has an asterisk next to their national championship run?
Listen, times have changed. Anybody who's saying that is just like they're just trying to cope. They're all Michigan fans trying to cope. Listen, if you're a Michigan fan, you got bigger problems coming down the pike. Trust me. It's
Ooh,
a
you
matter of
do.
how big is the problem? Is it a 1-year postseason ban? Is it 2 years? You're going to lose the title? I don't think you're going to lose the title, Michigan fans, but I would shut the hell up if I were you talking anything to Ohio State fans. If you're a Michigan fan,
Yeah.
just shut the hell up because you have no room to talk. All right,
Yeah.
Jeremiah Smith, I can't believe how humble this young man is. I can't believe how humble he is. He's another just great example about the culture of this program. We're talking to him yesterday, Mr. Scott, and I'm like, I can't believe he hasn't let any of this go to – it was like talking to him like he was here last year when he first enrolled. It was like the same kid, maybe a little, maybe a little more buff, but the same awesome young man.
Yeah, I love Jeremiah Smith, man. He's a great player, but more importantly, I hope that people are seeing a lot of times being a great player or sustainability of being a great player first starts out with being a good person, good character, right? And when those things are present, it's able to last for a long time. And what I mean by that is you look at Jeremiah Smith, the great player that he is. You guys do me a favor, go to the stats and go look at the Texas game, right? And go look at what happened in that game and the fact that, hey, Jeremiah, they try to take him away, but the rest of the team, right, is there. Jeremiah doesn't pout. Jeremiah doesn't do any of those things. But when it matters, that dude shows up. And matter of fact, can we all agree that we'll never look at 3rd and 11 again the same way? We'll never look at it the same.
Coverage on that play, as Dan Rubin likes to say. Dan Rubin's son is getting recruited. Like he's played at Denison for a while, and now he's getting recruited. He's in the transfer portal, and people are courting him. And there was an athletic director who shall be unnamed who was just talking shit about Ohio State and about guy who was a big Notre Dame fan. He's trying to recruit Dan Rubin's son. He's yeah, just talking crap about Ohio State. And Dan just sat there and didn't say anything till the very end. And Dan's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't have played man-to-man on that last play, huh? Didn't work out really well for you there, did it? So I tell you what, it worked out great for me. Having G. Scott Sr. on my birthday, oh my gosh. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. You are the man, and hopefully this is certainly not the last time.
Man.
We should do this more up. Go ahead, sir.
No. I just want to say, man, I'm grateful for coming on, and I got to tell you, DB, let me tell you something. Out of everybody out there in the media and stuff like that, you always kept it positive with my son. I never saw you. I saw a couple of your friends, but I won't. Just so you know, I won't name them because I don't want to make you uncomfortable. I could name them right now, but I don't want to make you uncomfortable. But I just want you to know that you weren't one of those that says, "Oh, he's gonna jump in the portal, in the transfer portal." So I just want to say, man, thank you for always being positive, brother.
Thank you for all you've done for Buckeye Nation, for just being such a positive influence on everything. I'm so happy for you and your family. G. Scott Jr. is a legend forever here in this town. So are you, by the way. And it wasn't just he was on the national championship team, he was on the roster. He was a starter. He was a huge part of it. That when he's fighting for extra yards to get that first down, that was huge. The first play in the Rose Bowl, huge. I mean, dude, it's just so cool. As you said, house money, baby. House money. He's a legend forever. And that national championship ring is going to look good on his finger.
Woo! They get a lot of rings, don't they? They get a Rose Bowl ring. They get a Cotton Bowl ring. They get a Natty ring. God, Lord, bling, bling, God.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. I hope to have you back on sometime soon. I know all the people are going to be thrilled that we had you on. Thank you so much. He is Mr. G. Scott Sr., the Buckeye Preacher. Thank you, sir.
Bucknutters, stay in touch.
Still basking. Thank you, my man.
All right, bro. Appreciate you, DB. Thanks, man.
Happy Bay. And in 2 days, happy birthday to you.
All right, brother. Happy birthday,
young man.
Yes, sir. Talk to you, brother.
All right, buddy. He's the man. He's a young man compared to me. He's 2 days younger than me. You guys are like, wait, he's younger than you? He looks well, yeah, of course he's younger than me. You're probably like, wait, he's 2 days younger than you? He looks like he's 10 years younger than you. I know. Lie to me, though. But I got to tell you guys about Gooder sunglasses. Love Gooder sunglasses. And I think you guys probably are familiar with Gooder sunglasses. I've been telling you about them for a long time. But if you're not familiar with Gooder sunglasses, here are some things that I really want you guys to know. In addition to the good deal we're going to get to that. But Gooder sunglasses are extremely stylish, which you don't want sunglasses that aren't stylish. They look great. They start at just $25 a pair. Not $250 a pair. They start at $25 a pair. And you get a 1-year warranty, 30-day free returns. You won't need that, but you get 30-day free returns and a 1-year warranty. They're lightweight. They're comfortable. They're 100% polarized. They fit great. I mean, good luck breaking these. You can probably try to break Gooder sunglasses and you wouldn't. Don't try to break them, but they're hard to break. But if you do lose them, which I am wont to do with sunglasses, I harken back to they start at just $25 a pair. I lose sunglasses like it's my job, so I prefer paying $25 as opposed to $250. Gooder sunglasses, no slip, no bounce, tons of styles to choose from. My personal favorite is Operation Blackout. Love those. Ladies, I'd recommend Amelia Earhart Ghosted Me. They got so many different, just get on gooder.com. You guys will see what I'm talking about. They got a ton of cool ones. If you need a new pair of sunnies, Gooder is giving Bucknuts Morning 5 listeners free shipping. You can go to gooder.com/Bucknuts. Use code Bucknuts for free shipping. Gooder offers a 30-day money-back guarantee and 100% satisfaction. Again, that's gooder.com/Bucknuts and use code Bucknuts for free shipping. All right, my friends, thank you very much to G. Scott Sr., the Buckeye Preacher. You know, I love him, and we'll get him back on as long as he's willing to come back on. Like, I'd like for him to be a guest, like, you know, for as long as we're doing this show. We'll have him on like every month or however willing he's, however often he's willing to do it. I'll have G. Scott Sr. on the show. So really appreciate G. Scott Sr.'s intellect and his insights, and appreciate all you guys. And don't forget, G. Scott Jr. or G. Scott Sr.'s birthday is in 2 days. So make sure you tell him happy birthday. Thanks again to G. Thanks to all of you. Everyone has a great day. Go Bucks.